we check in with Dana, the U.S. Geological Survey reported there was a 1.6 magnitude earthquake near Greenland, New Hampshire today. The USGS says it happened about 2 miles south of Greenland around 1:45 this afternoon. It was reported to have happened more than 4.5 miles deep. Up to 13 people reported feeling it. Well, 13 people couldn't have been too big. I know there was one in southern Maine a while ago. Yeah, and I sure felt it, and a lot of people did.
Yeah, I think that one was a higher magnitude. 1.6 for this one, definitely on the much lower side, but some people might have felt it, but thought it was a truck or maybe a train going by.
Yeah.
As for the Memorial Day forecast, we actually have some improvements, and Memorial Day itself is actually going to be the nicest day of this stretch. Today we did have some improvements. We still had below average temperatures overall, however warmer than the past 2 days. Average high temperature is 67, and today most of us were stuck in the upper 50s to low 60s. If you were up early or out late in the afternoon, that was the best chance to see some sunshine. Best area of the state to see it was in areas of western and southern Maine and then back into New Hampshire. But we're going to get a bit sunnier as we get into tomorrow and a lot of next week thanks to an area of high pressure that's going to move in. We did have a little bit of shower activity out earlier, particularly in areas of down east and northern Maine, just north of the Bangor area as well. But at this point, most of the shower activity has since ended, and we won't have a chance of rain until we get to the second half of next week. So what can you expect with the week ahead? Overall, it's going to be a drier stretch with a lot more sunshine in comparison to what we saw this week. We're going to return to above average temperatures. However, a wet weekend is looking more and more likely as we get closer, but we'll still keep an eye on that timing of that front. So overnight low temperatures tonight will drop down likely into the low 40s in some spots. Even in areas like the mountains, we could drop into the upper 30s. And then we're going to start clearing out as we get into Monday morning. Monday, temperatures will return to average, and we'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. This model here pops up a couple of what's called mesoscale showers, so they'll be relatively light and pretty sparse. So I chose not to put them on the 7-day forecast, but I did want to mention that there is a slight chance of a shower activity in the afternoon on Monday. However, most of us will go throughout the day completely dry. Tuesday, a very similar day, but we'll get even more sunshine and temperatures therefore will be even warmer, and then that trend will continue into Wednesday. Then things will start to change a little bit as we get into Thursday. That's where we're watching the approaching front here. So this system will start bringing us some rain, looks like Thursday night into Friday, and we'll be watching whether or not the wraparound showers associated with this system linger into the weekend, giving us the possibility of another rainy weekend. I believe that would be number 10 in a row at that point. However, we are springing into summer, at least for a Tuesday and Wednesday especially. Temperatures will flip to above average. I think 81 on Wednesday might be a little bit excited, but areas inland away from the coastline could certainly get into the upper 70s, especially in the afternoons on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then temperatures the rest of the week and into next weekend will moderate closer to just average. So here's a look at that Memorial Day planner. So sunshine will be returning, and then mostly we'll get into temperatures in the lower 60s, even some mid 60s in the afternoon. So if you do have outdoor plans, I think overall things are looking pretty good. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3 feet. Ocean temperature is 49 degrees. No small craft advisory. It's not very windy today. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We have a lot more sunshine icons on the 7-day compared to last week. Temperatures will slowly be increasing until we get to about Wednesday. That's where we could get temperatures into the mid, even upper 70s. And then we have that chance of rain does return for the second half of the day Thursday. Sam, looks like Friday will be the rainiest day of this stretch that we're looking at, and we'll check to see as we get a little bit closer if the shower activity lingers into the weekend. Right now, I'm not super hopeful on that front, no pun intended, but we'll keep an eye on it.
All right, so it sounds like enjoy the few days of sun before we get hit with more rain.
I'm excited to get out and enjoy it on the Wednesday especially. I think that'll be the nicest day.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana.